Hello, um, everyone. Welcome to our topics for the midterm. So, we have done already with your first topic, which is the um, Eastern and Western thoughts for understanding the self. So, today we will have still your three topics left before your midterms exam: the physical self, material self, and the sexual self. Okay. So for today's topic, we will encounter what is physical self in order for you to characterize your identity in terms of your physical characteristics. Okay. So when you see physical self, that's primarily in charge with your physical attributes. No, so from head down to your neck, to your body, to your hands, to your legs, and to your feet. So that is your physical self. Meaning to say that is the material or the tangible part of the self. Right? Tangible, nakikita, nahahawakan, nararamdaman. So that is the physical self. Okay, so to introduce the concept of physical self, this primarily refers on how individuals perceive their own bodies, okay? Perceive their own bodies and how that perceptions influence their self-identity, including your self-esteem and all over well-being. So this perspective emphasizes lang that it interplays between the body and the self, considering how physical appearance and health can shape personal identity and social interactions. So when you see physical concept, so it varies no, based on diversity. It has something to do with cultural background. So balik tayo sa cultural framework, no, merong pagkakaiba yung Western and Eastern, no. So in terms of physical characteristics or physical attributes, same din. Babalik tayo ng prelim topics natin which is um, anthropological perspectives, no, the cultural relativity, the cultural diversity. So meron din 'yun. When you say uh, cultural body, or it has something to do, no, impact your self-esteem. So untahin natin, no, cultural standards of beauty. When you say cultural standards of beauty, nagkakaiba yan depende sa cultural background. So you say Western, usually ang ideal niyan, the physical self is slim, okay? Magkakaparehas yan. It also has something to do with genetic factors and also your physical activities. It has something to do with your diet, yung sa mga kinakain. Kaya kung titignan mo, mga Western people, mga taga-US or Europe, very slim, very fit, yung mga lalaki nila, well-defined ang muscles yan. Kasi nga, yung physical fitness din, no? They always do exercises. They always do sports or physical activities. Ganun din sa mga babae nila. Lagi din sila yan nag-exercise, nag-jog. And they also look out, no? Yung mga kinakain. Kasi it is you, it is your body, it is who you are, what you are eating. No? Kung ano yung kinakain mo, it has something to do with yourself. So marami kang vices, it has something to do with your physical self. Okay? So, kung iisipin mo, kinakain nila yan. Vegetables, cereals, grains, breads. Yan. Wala masyado. No? Wala masyado sa mga carbohydrates, including mga sugary foods, na mga processed foods. Bawal sa kanila yan, especially in Canada. They don't sell processed foods. No? O lahat ng mga kinakain nila yan, organic. Because it has something to do with their health. No? Kasi kakaiba, no, yung dating sa kanila pagdating sa physical characteristics. It's always on the self. Okay? It's always on the health. The whole well-being of the self. Tignan mo, punta ka sa South America. Sa South America, magkaka-almost subog ang mga katawan naman. It's almost the same. Pag babae, medyo curvaceous yung mga kurba. Pag lalaki, well-defined, very broad yung mga muscles ng mga yan. Kasi it's always has something to do with the genetic factors din, no? Kung ano yung mga genes, no, based dun sa lineage ng family background, it has something to do. Kaya kung pumunta ka ng African region, ganun din. Almost parang it's a replica ng mga body types, their colors, so their structures, including their genes, their hairs. It's because of the background. It's because of the cultural standards. So, sa kanila, iba rin ang definition nila ng beauty. Okay? Sometimes, yung iba sa kanila, kapag malaki ka, matataba, oh, that's beauty for them. Pag may piercing, may tattoos, oh, that's beauty for them. Because they have distinct ideals of beauty, no? Which can significant influence their perceptions of their bodies, no? How you perceive your body, so how you perceive others or how others perceives you. So babalik na naman tayo doon sa looking glass self theory. Okay. So ganun na nangyayari sa Western society. So it emphasizes slimness, youthfulness, okay? While in other cultures, it celebrate lang other types, no, or shapes of beauty, just like in Africa. And also in eastern parts of the world. In Asia din, ganun. No? They celebrate lang their cultures with regards to beauty standards. Okay? So let's move forward, no? Media presentation, yan. Malaking factors din ng media presentations. Kaya kailangan natin ng media literacy in terms of beauty standards. No, kasi diyan tayo nagkakatalo. Kasi kapag yung beauty lumalabas sa media platforms, when we say media platforms, hindi lang social media, no? Pwede yan sa magazines, dyaryo, kung meron pang newspapers ngayon, or kung nagbabasa pa kayo ng newspapers, television din, okay? Pero the primary platforms na ginagamit ngayon is the social media, no? Facebook, Instagrams, X, YouTube. So that the portrays beauty in media, nagiging usually pag nag-expose ka, it's becoming unrealistic na. No? Because those standards in the presence of technology nowadays, lalo na meron namang bagong installed ang Messenger, andyan ang Meta AI and a lot. Okay, so nagkakatalo tayo doon. No? So bakit? Kasi people try to enhance the outcome of the photography. Yung mga pictures niya, no? Na filters or whatever, nag-edit, no? Ayan. So it's play lang crucial role in shaping the image. Kasi kapag ayun, naging ideal mo, nakikita mo sa social media, okay na yan, nagiging unrealistic na. So kapag ka media, yung form ng beauty standards mo, that kakaroon ngayon ng unrealistic type of beauty standards. No? That leads already to dissatisfactions, particularly among youth. Kasi feeling nila yun yung tama, yung nakikita nila. So feeling nila that is an ideal kasi yun yung lagi nila nakikita. But that is a negative implication. So that is negative uh, outcome, no, of media presentations in terms of presenting beauty. So, minsan tayo nagpi-filter, yan, nagsusobra minsan. So it became unrealistic already. Pag nakita ka na in person, baka magulat na yung ibang tao sa'yo. So hindi na ikaw yun yung makita nila. So ganun lang. So it's okay lang to use filters as long as very limit, no? Hindi naman yung sobra-sobra na sa magmukhang hindi na ikaw or iba na yung naging itsura mo sa mga social media posts mo on other platforms. Okay? Kasi nagiging unrealistic type na yung beauty na yun. So diyan nagkakaroon tayo ngayon ng social comparisons, especially in social media. So kapag nagkaroon ka ng social comparisons, ano mangyayari? It will lead to dissatisfactions. It will lead to moral values. It will lead to low self-esteem. So people often compare, no? Always compare yourself with others. Ayan na naman tayo sa looking glass self. Sabi nga natin sa looking glass self before, and how you perceive others and you perceive them, you always have negative thoughts. So always challenge those negative thoughts. Instead, transform, no, those negative thoughts into positivities. Okay? Based on that appearance, kasi when you see social comparisons, it leads to feeling of inferiority. But sometimes it causes also superiority. So it depends. It's how you assess yung mga nakikita mo in terms of social media and in terms of social comparison. So this social comparison often exacerbated by social media kasi ang daming posts. You always compare yung meron sila, yung wala sa'yo. Okay, na mga katawan, yung lagi mo, pag nakita mo, sexy, ay sana ako din. So it will lead now to inferiority. Why not? Transform that into positive actions. So, gawin mo inspiration, yung nakita mo, in order to improve yourself. No? So, yung mga corrected images na yan can create unrealistic expectations. So, this fact affect now self-esteem. So, pag nakita mo, ay, malulungkot ka na. So, maglilid na yan to lower self-esteem. Baka magiging lead to depressions pa yan. And sometimes people feel or experience anxiety because of that. And they disordered, no? Eating behavior. And so, instead of magpapapayat sana sila, they tend to eat a lot. Because of some disorder. Nagkaroon sila ng eating behavior disorders na or depressions because of anxieties na nakikita nila. Kasi feeling nila hindi nila ma-achieve yung mga ganong type of beauty standards. Kasi nga sinasabi natin, when social media comes, nagiging unrealistic na yung type of beauty. Okay? So kaya kailangan natin ng media literacy in terms of physical attributes. So what is now the importance of beauty in terms of your own self? So, yan lang. We need just a social acceptance, no? Because in many cultures, magkakaiba nga. Meron tayong cultural relativity, cultural diversity. So, physical attractiveness is associated with social advantages. Tama nga naman. Kung you look good, parang nagiging associated siya no, to social advantages. Parang mas marami kang advantages compared to others. Including now, acceptance. So, kung mas maganda ang tingin sa'yo ng ibang tao, parang they more accepted. No? But, dito lang yan nangyayari no, sa oriental side of the world, sa eastern side. Kasi nga, pag pumunta ka ng western, sabi natin, it's more on individuality. So, they don't care about physical attributes no in terms of western cultures. Parang dito lang sa Pilipinas usually parang it's very rampant or parang very malaki yung factor in terms of physical attractiveness, okay? In terms of popularity, pag popular ka or kapag ka good looking ka or maganda yung physical characteristics mo, you're attractive, parang it's always associated with advantages. Okay? They increase acceptance to you, no? Yung sabi nila kapag maputi kang ganda, pag may tattoo, pag maitim ka parang pangit tignan. So, andun yung nagkakaroon ng parang chaotic thinking. No? So, kapag gano'n, there is a challenge to your negative thoughts. You challenge your negative thoughts when in terms of mga popularities na ganyan. So, sometimes nagkakaroon din yan ng mga opportunities to personal and professional realms, yung mga physical attractiveness. So, that phenomenon sometimes referred to as halo effect. When you say halo effect, kung ano rin tingin mo maganda, yun na yun. Wala na. Kung ano lang tingin mo maganda sa tao o maganda sa paningin ng iba, yun na yung feeling nilang tama. So that is the halo effect. It suggests attractiveness of individuals that are often perceived more favorable. Parang mas pabor sa kanila yung nakikita nilang maganda. So that is the halo effect. It has something to do with a lot of factors. Again, most importantly is your self-expression. How you present your physical self. So you embrace your uniqueness. So that is the key point here. No? In order for you to accept your physical self, it's important also to do self-expression. Okay, so how? Choices like fashion. Okay, so you dress properly, you groom properly, you always ayusin mga sarili, kung nagpagupit ka, you maintain, especially kayo, maintain nyo yan kasi once na yan humaba ng 2 to 3 inches, pangit ng tignan. Okay, so that's grooming. You always dress properly, okay, huwag kayong magmukhang dugyot, okay? So, yun lang, ayusin lang ang sarili, magkaroon ng nightly routine, yung kinakailangan. So, it's okay. Acceptable na ngayon kahit sa mga lalaki, mga skincare, ganon. So, skincare reveal kayo, usually ginagawa yan. Tapos, body art din, kung kinakailangan. Pero, pag kayo, wag na. No? Do not try any body art kung nakakasama sa inyo, especially when you do in the field later on, kapag visible na yung mga tattoos, it's not already acceptable ngayon no sa PNP and other uniformed personnel. Ang mga visible hindi na, unlike before. Pero ngayon kasi there is a memorandum already to the uniformed personnel na dapat hindi nakikita yung mga body arts, yung mga body tattoos, or especially yung mga piercings. So wala na yun ngayon, hindi na allowed. Dapat hindi na siya nakikita. So just communicate with identity, especially your values, and most especially your personal style. Because your personal style creates your self-expression. Okay, that's how you form your self-expression. So you can empower yourselves and other people also by feeling more authentic and confident. That is the most important thing, no? The confidence. Sabi nga ni Pia back, confidently beautiful with the heart. And it follows, no? If you are confident with yourself, it follows. So, also, the most important thing to do lang is your psychological well-being. So, there is a need also of a positive body image, no? So, tingin ng iba, you are not good. So, sa tingin mo, you are good, then it comes positive body image. What it rejects, no? Pag iniisip mo ang positive, yung social well-being mo, yung psychological well-being mo, yung physical well-being mo, it radiates. Yun din ang nakikita ng ibang tao. Kapag positive, yung body image na nararamdaman mo. So you appreciate lang and you accept one's physical self that can lead to improved mental health. Of course, if you look good, no, feeling mo, no, yun nga, confidence is the key. It also follows that you can improve your mental health. Okay? So you always feel good lang about your bodies. So you can improve. No? Tulad yan, no? Kapag nagmamase-mase kayo, mga physical activities kayo, ROTC, you always do that. And later on, magpo-produce siya ng magandang image sa body self niyo. Okay? It will generate more, create a confident and have a higher self-esteem later on. Kapag continuous niyo yan. So you engage in your self-care practices, you do regular exercise, ito, the most important thing, no? Healthy eating. So you always remove now your vices or you limit, especially the smoking, especially using vape. So vape is no good din kasi that is chemical, okay? It has something an effect. So ngayon kasi you are in your adolescent period pa. So pagdating mo yan ng mga early adult period, pagdating ka ng 30s, 40s, 50s, saka mo lang mararamdaman ang effect ng mga ginawa mo or kung mga pinagkakain mo ngayon. Kasi ngayon, you cannot experience pa no, the side effects of that. Kasi nga, your cells is bata pa. So, throughout the years, yung cells mo kasi magde-degenerate yan. It comes with your aging process. And definitely, kapag ka na, bumaba yung degeneration ng yung cells, and dun mo palang mararamdaman yung mga negative effects ng mga kinain mo or mga bisyo mo ngayon. Okay? Yung mga ginawa mo ngayon. So, dun pa lang mararamdaman. Ngayon, din pa yan mararamdaman because your cell is still young. Okay? So, ganun yun. So, iwas-iwas muna tayo sa mga fast food. Yan, milk tea, yan, mga sugary drinks, processed foods, noodles, especially noodles. No, that's no. And always be mindful lang with your activities. Hmm? Enhance your well-being, enhance your physical health and your physical wellness. So that is to contribute positive self-image. So here are some of the strategies for a positive body image, no, that will not result or it will resist unrealistic beauty standards. How? Una, just develop a positive body image. That is the discovery, self-discovery and acceptance. So it requires conscious effort to challenge unrealistic beauty. Yan. Yung mga nakikita nyo sa mga posts, you challenge them. Okay? Because nowadays kasi parang that is standards na. When you post in your social media and then you enhance, no? You do filters, and others. So parang nagiging beauty standards na kasi yun. No? So it cultivate already a healthy relationship with your bodies. So you just limit lang no, the usage of the technology. So what are the other some strategies? Ito, embrace self-acceptance. And sabi ko kanina, challenge negative thoughts. No? Kung ano yung mga negativities na yan, na isipin. Okay? Divert it into more positive way. Okay, so ito, recognize the influence of culture. O kung yun ang culture background nyo, you accept it. So you understand that the beauty standards are often constructed culturally. So kung based yan sa cultures, magkakaiba kasi yan ng standards. Okay? So sometimes it can be unrealistic if you compare the beauty standards of African people to you. So unrealistic yun kasi yun yung kultura nila. If you compare the beauty standards of the US people sa'yo, that's unrealistic because that is not influenced by your culture. No? You have your own distinct characteristics. Okay? So that how you recognize the influence of culture. So again, we have to challenge negative talk. So be mindful of negative thoughts about your bodies. Instead, make them improve. Kung may negativities yan, improve them. Okay, replace the self-criticism with self-compassion and self-affirmations. Okay? And then focus on strengths, other functions. So focus on your talents if you have. Why not? Kung magaling kang mag-play ng instruments, go for it. Marunong kang kumanta, why not enhance? So, no, you just appreciate your body's ability. No? And what it allows you to do. And celebrate your strengths, celebrate your talents. So that's how you accept, no? Or self-acceptance. And that's how you challenge your negative thoughts. So here, lang is some of the curate positive environment. Una, yung sabi ko nga, we need media literacy in order for us to scan those various online medias. Okay? So critical, no, it's being critical. Okay? Sometimes kasi parang social media it's not already a friend, no? It's becoming a foe. No? Social media becoming a foe na, no? Kalaban na siya. Usually hindi na siya friend. So nasa atin na 'yon. Kailangan natin magkaroon ng media literacy on how to be critical, no, of those what we see and what we post. So just recognize that many images are digitally altered, no, and don't reflect the real reality. So that is media literacy. We need that, no. You always embrace yourself with media literacy. You always scan, okay? Do not accept agad-agad kung ano yung nakikita. Okay? So, you need also social media detox and magbawas-bawas din tayo sometimes, no? The limit or the exposure. It's okay naman to use social media as long as there is a limitation. So, some platforms din, no? Sometimes some platforms lang that promotes unrealistic beauty standards. Pero yung ibang mga pages or memes, no, na hindi naman talaga totoo. So, just unfollow them if you have some uh, low self-esteem with regards to that kinds of post. Okay? Then just promote body positive lang. Then this is also most important. You have to surround yourself with persons that have positivities. Okay, spend time with the people who appreciate for who you are and not just your appearance. Hindi lang physical ang nakikita sa iyo but the whole characteristics because that is most important. Your morals, your values, your ethics, and then seek out support relationships that encourage also self-acceptance. Okay, so let's move forward on how you focus naman on your health and well-being. O yan, sabi ko nga na, you do ay healthy habits. Engage in physical activities. So, I'm sure kayo may naman kayo ng physical activities. You do sports. Okay, so ayan, tuloy-tuloy lang. Okay? You do rides, so just ingat-ingat lang ng konti and prioritize, no? Prioritize lang yung healthy well-being, no? And then focus on changing the bodies. Okay? Nourish your body. Again, you eat balanced diet. You eat properly. So avoid some biases na. Kung ngayon pa lang, you have to limit na. Kung sobra-sobra, kung dati nakakalimang bilog ka, gawin mo na lang isa. Dati 1,000 puff ka diyan sa vape mo, o game mo na lang 500 hanggang unti-unti matanggal, mga gano'ng part, just how you nourish lang your bodies. Because kailangan nyo yan later on, no? Especially if you do the field na, no? Sa industry, pag nag-training ka na, kailangan mo talagang bawas-bawasan yung mga ganyan. And, of course, you have to be mindful and have self-care. Kaya importante din yung pagiging self-care routine sa gabi. No? That's practice mindfulness lang or techniques. You have to relax sometimes, with the nature. You have to engage yourself with the natures to reduce stress because stress is number one cause of anxiety and all. Okay? So have lang self-compassion. Embrace what God gave to you. Okay? So engage in activities that make you feel good about your bodies. So these are some ideas and tips with regards to how you maintain your physical self. Okay? So sometimes it's also a need for you to seek professional support. Kung di na kaya, you have that therapy. No, if your negative body image is significantly impacting your life, to consider already a help from the medical health professional. Okay? And it's also important to have your support groups, your families, your friends, yung mga jowa nyo, kung meron. O yan, no? Just share your experiences lang and have support with each other. Okay? So again, this is the most important thing. Celebrate the diversity, embrace uniqueness, challenge stereotype kasi today ang stereotype macho, sexy, maputi. So you challenge those stereotypes and focus on your inner beauty. So because sabi nga nila, beauty comes in all shapes, comes in all sizes. So it doesn't matter kung anong size yan. It doesn't matter kung anong color, just embrace the diversity because that's all matters. Okay? And of course, just focus to your inner beauty or to your inner self. Well, remember that the true beauty goes beyond the physical appearance, but it cultivates inner qualities, your kindness, your compassion, and your intelligence. So that is our discussions. That is our topics, primarily focus on the physical characteristics of the cell. So I hope you get that. Okay, so just read all the materials that I've sent to you with regards to our topics. And now we will move on to our next topic. Okay, thank you, everyone.